daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin. So tell him to come and touch it.
Wow.
Tank Davis has once again set the boxing world ablaze with his unfiltered words. The drama began after the prestigious Ring Magazine Awards took place at the iconic Old Royal Naval College in London, bringing together a star-studded lineup of boxing's elite. From Alexander Usyk and Canelo Alvarez to Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and even Lennox Lewis. The event was a who's who of the sport, yet one major name was glaringly absent: Gervonta Davis. When Tank realized he hadn't received an invitation, he didn't take the snub lightly.
Tank cannot fuck with Terence Crawford at all. Y'all keep pushing for that. He will destroy Tank, bro.
Taking to Instagram, Davis unleashed a tirade that had everyone talking. Sharing a promotional image from Matchroom Boxing's post about the event, Tank didn't hold back. Why they didn't invite everybody, but they invited people they deal with? F out of here. Stop de-eatin', he fired. And that wasn't the end of it.
These fighters now, trash. Yeah, they trash. I think back in the day, fighters was better than the fighters today.
Tank turned his sights on Eddie Hearn, calling him a little rat. Look at the little rat, thinking he came up on something now. Tell them all to fight each other since they have a heavy roster, he added. Davis didn't just stop at Hearn. He had harsh words for Toreno Alec, the owner of Ring Magazine and a major force behind Saudi Arabia's Riyadh season boxing events.
Obviously, all the fans want to see you and Tank in a ring this year. Do you think Turkey Allah Sheikh's the man to make that?
Yeah, I think that that's going to be a tremendous fight. I think he's saving boxing, so once Tank gets with him, I think the fight's going to happen.
Tank ripped into Alec, accusing him of being clueless about the sport. They want to act like this guy's good for boxing when he's not good at shit, Tank ranted. Why isn't he building the people where he's from? This guy knows nothing about boxing, and this is who they're turning to. For Tank, this wasn't merely about missing out on a glitzy event. It felt deeply personal. The snub seemed to symbolize a larger issue in the sport: who gets celebrated and who doesn't. Tank made it clear he believes the industry is more about favoritism and politics than recognizing true talent. He also didn't shy away from criticizing fighters who have been flocking to Saudi Arabia for massive paychecks. LOL, they have to go over there to make money and still do, he wrote. I sell where I'm from, America. On the streets and alleys, this is where I belong, where the people are. Davis mocked fighters competing overseas, saying they perform for small crowds in exchange for big payouts.
I've been hearing some rumblings about Terence Crawford versus Tank Davis. And when I think about this fight, I am getting Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia vibes.
They fight in front of 19 people just because the checks are fat, he said. They'd be going over there getting their ass kicked, but because they're rich, it's cool. Unsurprisingly, Tank's comments were polarizing. To some, they came across as bitter, while others saw them as the raw frustration of a fighter who feels overlooked. Among those who couldn't resist jumping into the drama was Terence Crawford. Known for his sharp tongue, Crawford took to Twitter to poke fun at Tank's outrage, posting, "I see somebody mad they wasn't invited to the Ring Magazine gala," complete with laughing emojis. The tweet went viral, sparking debates among fans from both camps. Crawford's jab added fuel to an already blazing fire, and Tank wasted no time firing back. "You nothing but a puppet."
What changed? What made this shit trash, garbage?
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD.
Davis clapped back. "Y'all chasing after the money. You're one of the reasons I want to leave this shit behind. Boxing has become boring. It's more about money now. What changed?" Tank's response wasn't just aimed at Crawford. It reflected his growing frustration with the state of boxing itself. In his eyes, the sport he loves has lost its essence, consumed by greed and politics.
Somebody like Tank say, 147, I knock Bud out.
Well, he just talking. Mm-hmm. He got the confidence in himself that he believed that he can do that because he's been knocking all these fighters out that he's been in the ring with.
His fiery words hint at a deeper discontent, one that has likely been simmering for some time. The saga has left fans buzzing, with many wondering what this means for Tank's future in the sport. Is his frustration a sign of deeper changes coming to boxing? Or is it just another chapter in the ongoing drama of Gervonta Davis? One thing is certain, Tank's voice isn't going quiet anytime soon. The rivalry between Gervonta Davis and Terence Crawford is no recent development. It's been simmering for years. While the two fighters have never shared the ring, their mutual tension has made for a compelling narrative in the boxing world. Tank, never shy about his abilities, once confidently declared he'd knock Crawford out if they ever fought. Crawford, however, has carved out a legacy as one of the sport's elite, maintaining his position at the pinnacle of boxing. The clash of personalities between these two has boxing fans buzzing. Crawford, the consummate professional, is celebrated for his discipline, relentless pursuit of greatness, and willingness to take on any challenger. Tank, on the other hand, is the sport's firebrand, bringing swagger, confidence, and a willingness to say what's on his mind, no matter how controversial. Their latest war of words only amplified the intrigue, with fans eagerly speculating on the possibility of these two settling their differences in the ring someday.
How far away are we from getting Bud Crawford and Tank Davis? And would weight be an issue there, or would that just be a matter of you waiting for him to be ready for you?
Yeah, no, Tank is at a lower weight class than me. He's at.
Though the weight class difference makes a fight between Tank and Crawford unlikely, boxing's unpredictability has kept the dream alive. For now, the feud remains a verbal one, with neither fighter backing down. Fans are left to wonder if this tension will escalate into further insults, a heated confrontation, or perhaps even an eventual showdown. One thing is certain, the animosity between these two is far from over, and the world is watching.
135, I'm at 137. That's 2 weight classes apart.
So he would have to come up.
Yeah, because I wouldn't never.
You can't get that low.
So that's not gonna happen, because I saw people talking about it. You don't think that?
Amid the drama, Tank's refusal to entertain Saudi Arabia's lucrative offers has sparked mixed reactions. Some see his stance as a bold stand against the growing influence of Riyadh's deep pockets in the sport. One notable voice praising Tank's decision is former champion and outspoken analyst Tim Bradley. Bradley's praise didn't come without a hint of admiration for Tank's principles. The former champion applauded Davis for standing firm and refusing to compromise his values for the lucrative opportunities being offered overseas. "You're saying, I don't need to chase Shakur or anyone over there, and I respect that," Bradley added. For Bradley, Tank's willingness to stand his ground against the allure of Saudi money is a testament to his integrity.
Gotta ask your thoughts on Tank saying he'd knock out Terence in 6 rounds. You think he was playing, trolling, what? Selling tickets to his new fight?
Was that like his tweets? Like he's
he said it on video. Huh? He said audio. He said it. He's like, if I tap that.
And he believes Davis is setting an example in an era where financial gain often overshadows the sport's core values. As the back and forth between Davis and Crawford continues, Tank's stance on the state of boxing and its direction remains as compelling as his rivalries. Tim Bradley has made it clear that his respect for Gervonta Tank Davis comes with a catch. While Bradley has recently softened his stance on Tank, praising him for standing firm against the lucrative deals being offered by Saudi Arabia, he warns that any change in Tank's position would lead to a major shift in their relationship. Bradley, who has been highly critical of Tank in the past, has commended Davis for not following the money trail to Saudi Arabia. Especially as other fighters like Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, Ryan Garcia, and Devin Haney have reportedly signed massive deals with Saudi Arabia's influential figure, Turki Al-Haq. Bradley sees Tank's refusal to get involved with the money machine of Saudi Arabia as a sign of integrity, a quality he values in a fighter. "If you go back on your word, then you're gonna lose a big fan, dog, and I'm gonna come at you," Bradley warned. "I'll come at you for real." Bradley's comments reflect a shift in his perspective. While Tank's behavior in the past has earned criticism from Bradley, particularly for his actions both inside and outside the ring, Davis's current stance against the corrupting influence of money is earning him some unexpected respect. As Tank stands firm against the pull of big paydays, he is gaining admiration from figures like Bradley, who previously weren't shy about calling him out.
One thing I can say about Tank is he's smart. He can box.
Yes.
And he's explosive. You know what I mean? But I'm saying skill-wise and in the mind, I don't think neither one of them.
At the same time, Bradley hasn't hesitated to call out other fighters, including Canelo and Garcia, whom he believes have compromised their integrity for financial gain. In contrast, Tank's refusal to go down the same path sets him apart in Bradley's eyes. As the rivalry between Tank and Terence Crawford heats up once again, it's clear that the tension between these two fighters is only escalating. Although they have yet to face off in the ring, their shared dominance in the sport and contrasting personalities make this potential showdown more intriguing than ever. Whether Tank's continued resistance to the Saudi influence will further fuel his career, or whether he'll eventually cave to the big money offers remains to be seen. But one thing is clear.
You know, Darren to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin. So tell him to come and touch it.
Wow.
The stakes are high, and this rivalry is far from over. Terence Crawford has further solidified his place as one of the sport's elite, becoming the WBA super welterweight champion after his impressive win over Israil Madrimov, marking his achievement as a 4G champion, having conquered the lightweight, super lightweight, and welterweight divisions.
These fighters now, like, trash. Yeah, they trash. I think back in the day, fighters was better than the fighters today.
Crawford's most notable triumph came with his dominant stoppage victory over Errol Spence Jr. at 147 pounds. Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis continues his reign in the lightweight division, further enhancing his fearsome reputation after his victory over Frank Martin last June. With his explosive knockout power, Davis has become one of boxing's most dangerous fighters, with notable KO wins over Ryan Garcia, Leo Santa Cruz, and Rolando Romero. Tank's record of 30 in all, with 28 knockouts, speaks volumes about his dominance and raw power, and his record of 22 in a row with 28 knockouts. For years, fans have speculated about a potential showdown between these two stars, and both fighters have expressed interest in facing each other. Tank has even suggested that he would step up in weight to challenge Crawford, fueling excitement for the bout. However, Crawford, never one to shy away from bold statements, recently gave a simple yet telling response when asked about the possibility of fighting Davis. There's levels. While respecting Tank's confidence, Crawford made it clear that he believes there is a significant gap in their skill sets.
Obviously, all the fans want to see you and Tank in a ring this year. Do you think Turkey Al Sheikh's the man to make that?
Yeah, I think that.
Having proven himself in multiple weight classes, Crawford's experience and versatility are unmatched. His technical prowess and ability to adapt have allowed him to dominate some of the best fighters in the sport, including the likes of Spence. Crawford doesn't shy away from expressing his belief that the outcome of a fight between him and Tank would be far from what Davis might expect. "He's just talking," Crawford said, addressing Tank's bold predictions. "If he thinks he's going to knock me out, he's got another thing coming." Crawford's words speak volumes about his confidence, and he appears to downplay the hype around Tank's knockout power, insisting that he's prepared for whatever Tank brings to the ring. As Crawford now competes in the super welterweight division,
that's going to be a tremendous fight. I think he's saving boxing, so once Tank gets with him, and I think the fight's going to happen.
a clash with Tank seems unlikely in the immediate future. Crawford's sights are set on bigger challenges in his current weight class, including a potential showdown with another world champion in 2025. Despite this, the dream of a fight between these two continues to captivate fans. While their paths may currently be diverging, Tank's dominance in the lightweight division and Crawford's recent ascent in the super welterweight class mean that a future collision remains a possibility, one that could become.
I've been hearing some rumblings about Terence Crawford versus Tank Davis. And when I think about this fight, I am getting Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia vibes.
One of the most talked about bouts in boxing if the circumstances align. While Crawford is eyeing a high-profile clash with super middleweight champion Saul Canelo Alvarez, a fight that would see him jump 14 pounds, Davis is focused on his own path, with a potential bout against Lamont Roach Jr. on the horizon, and plans to retire at the end of the year. Though Davis's future remains uncertain, Jones's endorsement of a hypothetical showdown with Crawford has only intensified the speculation about what would happen if these two boxing powerhouses ever shared the ring. For now, both fighters will continue their separate campaigns, but the prospect of a Crawford versus Davis fight remains a tantalizing what-if for fans. What do you think? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. See you in the next one.